Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom reviews. See my title below? Yes, this is on episode 5 of Seiren or Siren. Still don't really know how to say it, but one of those two, yeah. How did I feel about this episode? I actually enjoyed it. Not gonna lie, I actually enjoyed it, but that's not the problem, obviously, as you saw in the beginning of the Hikari arc. Yeah, I actually enjoyed that too, and I thought it was gonna be really, really good. And then it ends up giving us a second episode, which was pretty good. I still enjoyed it. Third episode was really disappointing. And fourth, I was just like, what the hell? Are you kidding me? It ends like that. And I'm really, really, really hoping that was just that one. Because it seems like they're trying a whole bunch of different things. And that's another thing I'm kind of scared about for this arc. Considering the last arc, it ends with him pretty much not getting the girl. We don't even, it ended open end, had an open ending where it's a possibility they're back to, see each other again. But it doesn't mean they get together. They've pretty much been out of contact for the longest time. So, yeah, that ending kind of pissed me off. And it seems like maybe they're trying to do different things. And the big thing for this episode at the very end is that a lot of people were like, this better not be NTR. And yeah, it really better not be. Who the hell was that guy at the ending? Literally, I was just like, what the hell is this at the end? This better not all of a sudden be where like they end up kind of being, Shoichi's going to get her and everything, and then she ends up going to him instead. Literally, if that is the ending, I'm just like, fuck this show already. Like, literally, what the hell? It better not be that. Like, literally, it better just be like her brother or something. None of that incest stuff either, please. Don't go like, oh, you want it to be incest? No, that's not what I want it to be either. But I'm hoping that it's just her brother and saying, hurry up and get out, I want to be in the shower kind of thing. Something like that. It better not be like, a boyfriend or abusive person or something, and all of a sudden, I could definitely see him being some abusive guy that she's stuck with, but she, Shoichi tries to get her out of this situation, and she ends up saying no, she doesn't want to, and just stays with him, and says, sorry, Shoichi, but I'm not going to be with you. If that happens, I will literally just, like, how I feel about this show is already pretty damn low, considering, on what happened in the last arc, how it finished and everything. Started off high, like, literally, I was like, oh my gosh, got some Amagami vibes in here. Second episode, okay. Third episode, what the hell? Fourth episode, what the heck? Are you kidding me? This first episode brought it at not as high as the first episode of the Hikari arc, but it's still pretty high. The ending kind of scares me a lot, and just how the last arc went, you never know how this is going to go either. So, at the moment, I'm hoping it goes good. Really hope it doesn't go the way that I'm thinking with this NTR ending, because if it does, literally, what's going to happen in the last arc? Are we finally going to get him to, get together kind of thing? Or is it going to be something even crazier and worse? Because if that is how it is, if that is how this anime ends up going, I'm literally just going to hate this anime. Like, how can you call yourself being the same universe as Amagami and pretty much be... It's a romance anime. I'm sorry. My anime list, I'm looking right now, it doesn't say it's a romance, it's just school genre. Bull crap. This is a romance anime. Like, there's no way around it. You can't just do that, have the same universe, same character designs, all of that, and just, I guess you can do that, but come on. Like, the fans of Amagami really wanted to see something good, and the first episode of Hikari arc got a lot of people happy, got me really happy. Then, everything went downhill. Once again, we are in the second arc. We are, at a good part. I'm really enjoying this, but there's still some scary stuff that may happen. We just have to wait and see for the next episodes. But yeah, without, all that kind of, I've just been talking about really what I hope doesn't happen and everything. Let's talk about what happened in this episode besides that freaking ending, which really does scare me, honestly. Besides that, it was a good episode. It was, once again, a good introductory episode to the new girl. If you guys didn't know, sorry, I should have probably said this at the beginning, but if you didn't know and you're wondering why is he all of a sudden going for a new girl, why is he back in school when the last episode showed him like not in school anymore, that's because, if you didn't know, this is just like Amagami, and if you never watched Amagami before, it's pretty much we have our main character, there's a bunch of different girls, different roots kind of thing, kind of like a visual novel, and he pretty much first, like for this at least, there's only 3 girls, 12 episodes in the season, 4 episodes for each girl. So first episode starts off for Hikari, and then it goes on, goes on, goes on, and usually with the last episode in the arc, they usually get together. Usually, obviously, I've been proven wrong by how Seiren, whatever, pretty much did it and just had him pretty much friend zoned. He literally got friend zoned hard. But after that, usually what happens is it's reset along back in time, and he's back at the beginning, and now he's got a new route with a new girl, and that's how it is. So everything that you saw in the first 4 episodes, none of that happened in this. Do not think like, man, all of that happened and now he's like, all of this is happening with this another girl now. No, this is a completely new thing. Pretty much think like episode 1 through 4 didn't happen when you're watching this new arc. It's a complete new thing. Even the way the story starts is different in the fact that the first one was, for Hikari, was pretty much like he didn't know what he was going to do after school and everything. He tried to figure out what he wanted in life and everything. And this one, it's pretty much he ends up just starting with Araki and, Iko just playing some deer game. I love that aspect that they're making him play a deer game. I'm pretty sure Hikari would not like that at all. Speaking of Hikari, usually they do this with putting some little bit of cameos of someone from the previous arc, and as you saw, there was a small portion with Hikari seeing Shoichi's sister, and pretty much instead, obviously, she's at the restaurant that she's still working there since no one found out, and she's all like, oh yes, Miss Santa is here, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And it's kind of weird because the way that she was shown in the first arc, she was full blown like, oh man, she's jealous of her winning kind of thing. But this one, she's like more idolizes her. So it was pretty interesting to see that kind of difference there. And it is just like Amagami in the fact that obviously we have, for instance, this one, last arc with Hikari was a girl his age. This one is his senpai. And the next one is his kohai. So it was just like that in Amagami, just there was 6 girls instead of 3. This one also being the fact that just like in Amagami, but instead his sister was younger and friends with the younger girls. Shoichi's sister is older, so she is friends with, Toru, who is the main girl for this one. And that's pretty much how it is. So that's kind of a different aspect we may see in this as well, because her sister may play a bigger role in this one since she is friends with Toru, like personal close friends kind of thing. So it should be interesting if that changes anything along the lines in this episode as well. But yeah, it was just cool to see, like, literally Toru is my kind of girl, like literally beautiful. I mean, it's not all about looks, okay, but hobbies, it's the hobbies. She loves video games. She loves anime. She was singing anime songs. She was like full blown playing with them, and even competitive games, which I may get a little competitive as well when I play. Like, I like to play competitive games, so that may be a little bit of a problem. Like, we'd fight like, oh no, I'm better, or you cheated, and all that kind of stuff. But it would be pretty cool to have that kind of girl, like literally I could see myself going out with Toru for sure, no doubt about that. So hopefully they don't ruin her character, because yes, in terms of maybe, in my opinion, looks, I like Hikari a lot better, and she was just a lot more funnier and kind of just outgoing. I did like her character at the beginning of the arc. Towards the end, it seemed like she was just kind of the kind of girl that just leads you on and uses you pretty much. That's what it seemed. That's why I really hate the way they wrote that for the first arc. But right now, I'm liking this girl as well, because just her whole, she can be a little static. I think that's how you say it at times, like kind of just emotionless, it seems. But overall, then she has these cute moments where she's like blushing and all happy and like playing video games with them, singing, doing the motions and everything in that one anime. I was like, Shoichi, do not let this girl get away. Please. I didn't like how you were in the last arc. Please, whoever writes this, I remember I heard someone in my comments say that the character designer is actually from Amagami is actually the writer for this one right now. Please don't ruin Toru's character. You already ruined Hikari's. Please make it so this one's not ruined, because honestly I'm liking Toru's character a lot as well, and I honestly am hoping that this arc goes a lot better than the last. The only fear of mine, of course, is the fact that anything can literally happen since it's not going on the same rules as Amagami, pretty much. As you saw how the first one ended, him pretty much being friend zoned. And this one with the potential to have an NTR, which I really, really hope it's not. Because if that is the ending, that's just a messed up ending, and I will be literally pissed. And yeah, I'm still gonna watch the last arc to see if it gets any better, because I do like, that girl's cute as well, and I just want to see if anything changes. But I'm hoping that won't have to come to that case. I'm hoping that I'll love this arc and be super excited for the next arc. Not like how I loved the first one at first, and then now I'm scared to, for this one. I don't want that feeling for the next arc. I want to be excited, not scared for the next arc. So, yeah, that's all I really got to say. Kind of a lot I had to say for this one, but obviously it is the start of a new arc. I had a bunch of things to say in connection from the first arc to this arc. Had a bunch of things to say about how I feel about what's the potential of how this ends, and just the characters and things that are going on in this right now overall. So like, I literally had a lot to say. Sorry if this went a little too long for you, but yeah, I just had to say all of that. I literally had to get all of that off my chest, just because literally I have high expectations for this anime after it is, pretty much in the same universe. Not pretty much, it is in the same universe as Amagami. So first arc, honestly, in my opinion, definitely not good. Like, I mean, it was okay at certain points. I did enjoy the first 2 episodes, and it, like, the ending wasn't horrible. It was okay, but I was literally so disappointed at what my expectations were, and my expectations are still high, and I'm hoping they don't ruin it even more. So, literally, all I can do is wait and see for how the next episodes go. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And if you want to, I haven't said that for the last episodes at all, but if you want to, feel free to comment below on your thoughts, your opinions on how this episode, with the potential stuff to happen in the rest of the arc, and your expectations, and just how hopeful you are at all. Anything you want to say, feel free to comment below. I always want to hear what you guys think as well, because I did get a lot of a lot of people were commenting on how they felt about the last arc. I really enjoyed talking to you guys about it, because literally a lot of you felt the same way as me. Some of you thought a little bit different and having different opinions, and I thought it was pretty interesting to learn about how some people think about one thing and other people think about the other thing. So if you guys want to, feel free to comment below on how you guys felt about this episode as well, and your hopes and expectations for the rest of this arc. Feel free to comment below that. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So till next time, see ya.